Hey, howdy, hey, welcome to Gamers Watch. I'm Shaun, and as always, I'm joined by Harry.
Hello.
And today we are discussing the MultiVersus beta. What we think, what could be improved, what should not be touched because it's perfect already. And I think we might have some differing opinions based on what you've said before we start recording. So,
Possibly.
I won't wait any longer. But if you enjoy this video, and if you don't forget to follow us on Twitter, which is at Gamers Watch Crew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which you are watching this on now. Give the video a little like, leave a little comment if you've played the MultiVersus beta, let us know what you think. And of course, join the Discord where you can discuss all the different gaming stuff with all the different people that are in there. That's it. I'll get to the intro, I guess.
You say it's a nerd, it's a fanboy.
So Clark Kent. What do you make
It's a
of
nerd.
MultiVersus?
It's a nerd. It's a fanboy. No, it's Harry. Okay. My initial thoughts of MultiVersus when I played it for the first 10 minutes were quite good. It was alright. It was cheap Warner Brothers, Super Smash Brothers. And then the longer I played it, the more I started to utterly loathe everything about it. For me, it is almost everything that's wrong with not just gaming, but mass media in general. It's just this dangerous precedent that just goes to show that really all entertainment media is run by three companies. Disney. Oh, I was going to say three. It's not. It's two because Fox now are owned by Disney. It's just two. Just Disney and Warner Brothers own everything, and this is just their attempt to basically be like, look at all these things we own. Look at all of this shit that we own. And the way that they've done that is they've just made this really weak visual. Just let's make Arya Stark and Bugs Bunny fit into the same universe. Crappy, cheap looking, just ugh. It just screams cheap. The gameplay is okay, like it's nothing to sing home about, but it's just full of daily challenges and coins, and it's free to play, and all your characters are all unlockable by just grinding away endlessly at the game, and it is just misery inducing. Not the gameplay. The gameplay's fine. It's two buttons. It's okay. But everything else about it is just beige and bland. Like, we're looking at the moment at the Iron Giant fighting Bugs Bunny. Like, so what? Like, all that mass media is these days is just mashups and multiverses and Endgame. Avengers Endgame had like the most superheroes in a film ever, and it's just like just boring now. It's just complete tedium. And this is just that personified. It's like, how can we get all of our shit into one thing in the most boring package possible? Like, this level I'm looking at now, the only way that I know this is anything to do with Wonder Woman is by the giant fucking statue of Wonder Woman in the background. Like, there's no subtlety to this game whatsoever. It's like, oh, it's a Scooby-Doo level. It's a haunted house. And it's just bland. It's just boring to look at, boring to play. The sound design is boring. The aesthetics are boring. All the characters that you can purchase are boring. Just boring. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Cool. I fucking love this game.
Yeah.
Me and Jordan have been playing it non-stop pretty much the past week. It's probably the best platform fighter that that I've played, like other than obviously Smash Bros. The best platform fighter I've played. And it's just, I think one of the things that I love about it is the characters do feel very different to each other. Like, it's not like...
Oh yeah, the characters do feel different. I will say that. Like, I've only got 3 because I've not played it enough to be able to buy another character. But Wonder Woman and Superman and the other one, I don't know who she is, pink lady with a weird bowl haircut.
Oh, Garnet, I think.
They all play very, very differently, don't get me wrong. My main issue is just that it's just beige on toast. It's just, like, I'm looking at it now, and it's just all the characters that I'm looking at just look completely dull and uninspired. It's like a game made by a committee, by a focus group. I guess that's what Warner Brothers are going for, because they want just mass appeal. They want as many people to be able to play this as possible, so they have to make it look as utterly fucking boring as they possibly can. And it's just an indictment of modern media for me. It's just everything thrown at one thing to see how much shit can stick. Like, that's just... I've seen the leaked list of characters that come out, and it just shows how much of a monopoly Disney and Warner Brothers have over entertainment media. And it's just not a good thing to celebrate that, wow, look at all of this entertainment that Warner Brothers own. Look at all of these lovely, brilliant, creative things that are just being diluted into Finn punching Superman. Like, it's just... That's my thoughts. Plays well, though.
I think they just tried to make them look like how the characters look. Like, you can't really do much with Bugs Bunny. He's a grey rabbit who chomps like a carrot.
But then
he looks like him.
You've got Arya Stark in this game. Like, that's really weird to me. Like,
why?
She cut people up and she put humans in a pie and fed them to someone. Oh, spoiler alert. And you've just got her just knocking about with Scooby-Doo. It's weird.
You do get the pie when you knock someone off the stage. Arya's pie drops down.
It's just weird. It's just a very strange mashup of characters that I think the main aim of this for Warner Brothers was just to, like, show how, like, it's like Space Jam but a game. It's just like, let's cram as much as we can in for this one bit of media content and see what sticks. And yeah, I just, more than anything, my frustration with it is just that we live in this dystopian hellscape controlled by, like, 2 companies. Like, Disney could make one of these tomorrow. Disney could make another brawler, and then you would have, like, all the Avengers, and you would have whatever, you know, it would have the Simpsons, and it would have Bugs Bunny, and it would just, not Bugs Bunny, it would have Mickey Mouse, and it would just be, like, again, another smash up of as much shit as they can find.
Sounds like a dream game, to be honest. Disney Dreamlight Valley coming out soon. Can't wait.
It's just...
Gonna be amazing.
Mass media is just fucking depressing. That's my main issue. And also, like, it's just a bit boring. Like, it's just... I think it's very hectic.
I think that's part of why I like it, because normally I don't mind fighters, but I will... They won't, like, last long for me. So, like, I've played like Injustice, Mortal Kombat, and all that. And I'll have good fun for like an hour or so, and then I'll just sort of drop off it. But this, I cannot stop playing, and I think it's because of how hectic it is, and like all the abilities are just ridiculously over the top. Like, Bugs Bunny literally has an ability where he jumps on a rocket and just fires it across the map, or up, depending on what the direction you press. But yeah, I just think it's the craziness, and like I said, with the characters being varied, how different each of their moves look has just sort of kept me sticking around playing it a little bit longer than other fighting games have.
I don't know if this is a me problem, but charging attacks for me is just like an endless source of frustration. Like, if you punch first and then you go to charge and attack, it will think it's a combo. I'm really struggling with charge attacks. But the main thing that I struggle with in the game is it's too frantic. There is too much going on. So Super Smash Brothers, for instance, like I love it. I think they're great. They're not like I'm not going to be watching streams of people playing them. But like if I've got mates round and there's four of us and we've each got a Wiimote or a Switch Joy-Con or something, like that's a game that I would put on. Not getting that vibe from this, mainly because like Super Smash Brothers, first of all, you start off with a massive roster of characters. I know that the game costs money, but starting with 3 characters in this, I just think is like really, really weak. And the 3 characters you start with are all terrible. Like they're not good characters. So you inevitably just end up all of you picking Wonder Woman, and then you'll be in 4-person Wonder Woman games all the time, constantly, and it's mayhem. My issue is like it's just too much. It's too crammed in. The stages are too small, so inevitably all it ends up in is I just am tapping X consistently and constantly, just jumping around the area, just mayhem on the screen in front of me. We were looking just then as the gameplay was showing that fight with Superman in there, and I genuinely could not tell who was winning until the end when the blue team won. Like it's just my brain is just overloaded with just shit on the screen constantly, and there's no like item drops. That's what's weird. Like in Super Smash Brothers, there's item drops and stuff all the time that crowd up the maps, but it never feels like it's too much. Whereas this constantly feels like my senses are just being bombarded. Like, just to get over how bland everything. Like, I think this game looks terrible. I don't think it's a nice looking game. I think all the character models look just utterly boring. Every level, I think, looks pretty terrible as well. And I think to get over the fact that it looks very, very middle of the road bland, they've just had to inject explosions and colour just constantly at you. And it just isn't doing anything for me. We're looking at the gameplay now, and already I don't know what's going on. There's just it's just mayhem on the screen. It's just carnage, and I'm getting lost just in the nonsense that is the combat. It's really bizarre. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up for now. I'll let you carry on because I know you've been really enjoying it with Jordan.
Yeah, I've been having a whale of time. I kind of agree about the stages in a different way to how you don't like them. So I think the stages look really nice, like the actual look of them. I think there could be more done mechanics-wise to the stages. So, like, we're on the Scooby-Doo's Haunted Mansion at the moment, and it has the, like, floors falling beneath you sort of thing. But most of the stages are just flat ground, like platforms, and nothing really happens. In fact, this is probably the stage where the most happens. So I'd like to see a few more mechanics brought into the actual, like bring hazards into the actual stages, sort of thing, to make each stage feel different. I
also think that if I think of Smash Bros, and I think of some of the stages, the first one that comes to mind is Hyrule. Like Hyrule Castle instantly comes to mind, and it's multi-platform, and it's a huge spanning area, and there's little areas of combat that you have, and it's this vast world, and you know by looking at it that it's Zelda without it having to put a giant statue of Zelda in the background. And I like graphically the game looks fine. I'm not going to say that it doesn't look nice. My issue with it is the art direction, and I feel like I know that this is Scooby-Doo because it's like screaming in your face that it's Scooby-Doo with the portraits and the clock in the background and the fire. Like, there's no subtlety to the level design. It's very much like, this is Scooby-Doo, everything about it's Scooby-Doo, and we're just... Oh, and the floors fall down. And, like, there's no... With every other level, it's just like you're on a platform floating in an area, and, like, it's just... There's just such a missed opportunity. I don't want to harp on about it too much, but it's again why I don't like free-to-play games that much. I say that and I put 2 days into Fall Guys, but just don't want to play as Wonder Woman or Superman or whatever the other one is. They're not good characters to play at. And because I'm not getting enjoyment out of playing as those characters, it means that I don't want to carry on playing, which means I'm not going to unlock the other characters. I think I unlocked Taz. I think I unlocked him last night. Guess what? Really terrible to play as. So now I've lost all my coins, and now I have to do it all over again and save up 3,000 coins so I can get a good character. It's just...
You can use any character in the lab to see how they play before unlocking them.
Well, I wish I fucking knew that. Then saying that, if Taz was 1,500 coins, we can see there, you earn 9 coins in that game, so that's not going to take too long. But, you know, 1,500 coins unlocks Taz, and I think Arya and the Iron Giant are 3,000.
Yeah,
so it's taken me...
they're the most expensive.
So, but also, guess what? They're the best. The best characters. Now...
you have to be you have to know what you're doing, sort of thing, to be very good at her. Iron Giant is just a bit of a dick at the moment, but he is still one of the ones that's like experiment. So like it's got experimental against some stuff, which basically means it's still in testing. It's not like the final. So like Bugs Bunny doesn't have experimental, so he, other than like the usual nerfs, buffs, and that throughout the game's life, he is like, that's how he's going to be. That's how he plays, sort of thing. Which I actually think they are nerfing him, if I remember right, seen the other day, soon. So
I think that the problem that I have is that I didn't buy Taz as my 4th character. I would have to just relentlessly grind my way through. Like, I'm looking at this now, that's Superman. What level is he?
He's level 13.
20? Level 13, and he's got all his slots filled, and he's got all the power-ups, and I'm going into games with people that are like level 13 to 20. I have like 1 power-up for Wonder Woman. I'm going into games with versus Iron Giant and Arya where they've like fully buffed up their character. It's just not enjoyable, because then I earn like 15 coins because they instantly beat us. And then I go into another game and guess who I'm against? I'm against Iron Giant, I'm against Bugs Bunny, or I'm against Arya. And it's like this repeated thing where I'm earning like maybe 50 coins a match. And to unlock one of the good characters, I'm going to have to spend like 15 hours playing this game that I think is pretty shit. If they had given you like the option, like you can pick 2 characters, like here you go, you can unlock your first 2 characters. So it's not 3, but it's like you can unlock 2 characters. One of them has to cost 2,000. You can unlock like one of the good characters and one of the middling characters. I feel like that would have been a better way to do it, because all it's actually now turned into is people that are very good at the game having those 3 best characters, battering everyone else who has to play as Wonder Woman. It's just not fun.
Well,
it's just free to play though. It's free to play games. They're just not a great business model because they make people a fuckload of money at the expense of actual like game design and progression. Ugh.
They've got the I think it's going to be bi-weekly character rotations as well. So basically, like League of Legends do, where a set of characters will be free for everyone to use for that, however long the time is, and then it will sort of switch to a different set of free characters. So there'll be a constant sort of rotation of characters to try. If you don't like Wonder Woman.
Then the issue is I've got to play as Wonder Woman for 2 weeks, level her up, get all of her perks, and then guess what? In 2 weeks, can't play as her again unless I buy her, unless I buy the season pass, or unless I spend 40 quid buying this free-to-play game so I unlock everyone. It's just devious in how they do it. It's just, I don't understand how gaming has got to this point where we should be happy with the fact that in 2 weeks' time I get to play as a different character. Like, it's just madness that this is where video games are. Because I think that if they put more of a budget into this, and if they had a higher sort of character roster, I would pay £25-30 for this as an actual full product. But I feel like I'm being shortchanged, and it's free. I don't get how that's possible. I feel like I'm not getting any worth out of this unless I put in like serious hours, because all my progression will be gone in 2 weeks when I have to play as two different characters that I've never played for before. And meanwhile, I'll come up against people that have fully stacked out Iron Giant and they'll just slap me about again, and I'll earn 20 coins, and maybe in 20 hours time I might be able to buy another character. It's just, God, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. Ugh, fucking video games, man.
Sounds like you don't like the game.
The core mechanics of the game are good. That's my frustration. Like, mechanically it works well. There's so much of it that pisses me right off. It's so annoying. So annoying. Mechanically, this game is sound, but it's just a constant source of frustration for me. It just feels like a complete swing and a miss for me. And I get that lots of people are playing this, and it was like 130,000 concurrent players on Steam, and loads of people are watching it on stream, which is going to be great for the marketing executives at Warner Brothers, who get to absolutely like wank themselves dry to the thought of how much money this is going to make them. But it's just, it's Space Jam the game, and this new Space Jam film was shit. I don't, like, fucking LeBron James in this game. Oh my god, that just says it all.
He's Warner Brothers now.
LeBron James.
He's a Warner Brothers
LeBron
IP.
James is not Warner Brothers. He's a human being. He's not Subway from
It's
Community.
IP.
No.
If
He
you
is
get
a
famous
person.
enough, you become IP. You're a brand.
He is a human being. He is not an IP. He is not Subway from Community Season 3. This is ridiculous. He is a human being that has been turned into a fucking brand. Oh, world. I hate the world that we live in, and this is the world in a video game. There are some nice touches, like that's all, folks, when certain characters get knocked out of the arena.
I love how, well, first, another one about the characters being varied is how many voice lines they've got for the characters to like interact with each other, so it feels sort of like lively as well. Because there was, I think it was Nickelodeon tried to make that like brawler game, and it didn't have any voice acting.
No, it didn't. And
So it just sort of seemed a bit dead.
Yeah, a little bit. It was very dead. I remember watching, I think I watched someone play that, and I was very put out by the fact that it was basically just silence with the odd like thwack noise. It was very bizarre. Really weird.
But there's in this there's constant chatter, as you can probably fucking hear Harley Quinn right now going at it. Constant chatter between the characters, which I love. And also my favourite sound is when you manage to hit someone with Bugs Bunny's baseball bat, because it makes the proper like noise, and it's so satisfying.
What
I don't
noise,
know if
Shaun?
I hit it here. Oh, I did, and I
Can you
talked
do
over
the
it.
noise?
Going for it.
Oh.
Great content. Don't think I get
Just
it.
Just us watching.
Oh! Go for rocket. No, never mind. Didn't hit it.
No, no, didn't get it.
Great. But yeah, that
Fantastic
noise,
content.
that little noise is so satisfying,
Worth it.
especially if you hit
Worth
them
it.
off the stage at the same time.
You know what's really annoying is I'm probably going to go and play this tonight.
Oh, I 100% will be playing it again tonight. It's so good. It's so fun. I actually can't wait to see what other characters they bring out, because obviously the leak list, it's got like your Gandalf, couple of Mortal Kombat ones.
Yeah,
Being told it's bedtime. Sleep well.
There we go.
Why do we always record this lady?
I don't fucking know, Sean.
I
think basically within 2 years' time, this game will just be utterly filled with every single character from a Warner Brothers IP ever. I know that I've written a script for a potential video. I think we're meeting up on Thursday. We might do something about it, and it's basically like what characters would you like to see? But the problem is it's just like Warner Brothers just own fucking everything. You'd be like Gandhi, but yeah, that's a Warner Brothers IP. Yeah, Mother Teresa as well. Yeah, we bought her rights just before she snuffed it. Yeah,
I would happily pay to unlock Gandhi in this game. Not gonna lie, that would be hilarious.
I think what is quite funny though, is it will be able to see, like, the question always is like, who's the most powerful wizard, right? So there's two wizards that Warner Brothers own the rights to, and one of them led the Rohirrim charge at Helm's Deep, who single-handedly wiped out sort of an entire Uruk-hai orc force on his own. He led the Fellowship of the Ring through the mines of Moria and took on the Balrog of Morgoth on his own, single-handedly defeating him, and in the process becoming a literal god as Gandalf the White. Following on from that, he protected Minas Tirith pretty much single-handedly from invading forces, and then once they broke through the attacking lines, led a small party to distract Saruman from spotting the one true ring as it was being plunged into Mount Doom. The other one sometimes gives people detention and has a bird that kills itself, and that's.
I thought you were going for the other wizard whose head hurts occasionally.
Which one's that?
Harry Potter.
Oh, my scar. No, the question's always Gandalf versus Dumbledore, innit? And like, Dumbledore got killed by fucking Harry Potter. Got killed by the bad guy from bloody Die Hard 1. So it's not even a question. I think anyone who has to ask the question, is Gandalf stronger than Dumbledore? Like, yes, that's like asking, is this Rottweiler stronger than this defenseless puppy? Like, yes, it is. What will happen if you put them in a ring together? The Rottweiler will chomp its face off, is what will happen. But yeah, like it's quite cool that there's like potentially Neo from the Matrix is going to be in this. But then, do I want to watch Neo fighting Taz? No.
So
Conflicted.
When our video does release of what characters would we like to see in MultiVersus, don't expect Dumbledore to be making an appearance.
No. I'm going to break the news now. I fucking hate Harry Potter so much. As a kid that was the same age as Harry Potter when the first film came out, whose name is Harry, you can imagine what every single person called me for about 10 years was, like Harry Potter. So I detest Harry Potter. My missus made me watch all 27 of the films a few years ago. She got upset because I laughed when Dobby died. But just absolutely hate the Harry Potter universe. So actually, if Harry Potter does make it into the game and I get to batter the shit out of him with Superman, just repeatedly punch his stupid face in, and that will be the redemption arc I'm looking for in MultiVersus.
That'll be what gets you to buy the battle pass.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the ability to just go into the labs and just literally slap him about for 10 hours. Like, that's all I'll do. So I'll just be beating him to a bloody pulp. Yeah, overall, it's a good game. That's my frustration. That is my
You
frustration.
can't slate it for half an hour and then go, so overall,
No,
it's pretty good.
but that's my frustration. Is it's a pretty good game. Like it's an okay game that is just everything wrong with modern games and media. Also, who the fuck is Rhine Dog?
I believe he's made for this game. He's an original character, I think. And he
I
is
spent
the
so
greatest
long.
character of this game.
Should we do a Rhine Dog appreciation video?
He's so good. He's so good.
10 things I hate about Rhine.
I hadn't, like, I didn't bat an eyelid at him when, obviously, I first started playing the game. And then I had one of the, was it daily? I think it was daily mission, was get 25 wins with a support character. And Rhine Dog was the only support character I had. And I was like, we fucking Rhine Dog. And then me and Jordan went on like a 12 game win streak with Rhine Dog and Shaggy. Because Jordan is a prick of a Shaggy if you're against him. Like we done a local like free for all, and it got to the point where I had to be Superman, so I used my fly move whenever I saw Jordan jump off the side of the stage, because Shaggy has this move that it just powers him up, and then like the next move he hits is just ridiculous. Every time he jumped off the side of the stage, I knew he was throwing up into the little fucking top corner where no one could get him, and like powering up, and then coming back to stage. So I changed to Superman just so I could use my flying move, where he'll, if you go into them, he'll grab them and then punch them, and they have to move a little bit before they can like correct themselves. And would just fly into him and punch him because he's put himself so far to the stage, just knocks him out straight away, no matter what damage he's on. It got to he
Jordan,
put me to that point. But speaking of local play, well, it wasn't. We were online. But anyway, speaking of local play, and I hope this has changed in the full release, but it's a bit limited at the moment, because to do local play, you have to have the exact amount of local players for the game mode. So
okay,
when me and Lucia done the quick video the other week against each other, beforehand I was like, oh, we'll do 2v2 because that's the main game mode, so we'll show that a bit. But we'll go on opposite teams, and then we'll each have a bot, because that could cause some hilarity as well if one of us knocks the other's bot out, sort of thing. Can't do that because there's only 2 of us, so we had to do 1v1 if we wanted to do local. So I had to set up another fucking Xbox, hook that up to the capture card, and then like Lucia had to create a Warner Brothers account and all that. It took about an extra 45 minutes to set up the recording. And it's not just because of that I'm annoyed, but it's also, if this wants to be like a party game, you need to be able to let people add bots to their local games, because obviously if like 3 people are having a games night, one of you's going to have to sit out because you can't do 2v2 and just add a bot.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favourite things to do in Smash Bros. Is making custom games. Like, I love 3 against 1 on 99 level bot, so like impossibly difficult bot to play against, and it's just 3 mates just trying to at least knock them out once. That's one of my favourite custom game modes. This is very limited in what you can actually do. You can basically play in the labs, 4 people all against each other, 2v2 or 1v1. Not much else. I just did want to mention, you mentioned about the Warner Brothers account. I hate the fact that you have to set up a Warner Brothers account and link it to your Xbox profile. I'm somebody who I care about my privacy. This isn't a NordVPN advert, by the way. Do you care about your privacy? Like, I don't want giant, massive, mega corporations knowing every single thing about me. And I don't like the fact, it's like why I'll never get an Oculus Quest 2 is because I don't want to have to link up a Facebook account to an Oculus mask. I don't like the fact I've had to create a Warner Brothers account and link it to my own personal Xbox account just to play this game. I don't like that. It's a massive invasion of privacy that you could do without. Like, there's no reason to have that other than Warner Brothers want to capture all of your information. Again, it's just another reason why I hate modern media and the world we live in. Because, of course, you have to have a separate account for Warner Brothers to know every single thing about you. Like, I don't want Warner Brothers to know where I live or my IP address or being able to access my files on my. I don't want that, but that's what you got to do if you want to play this. You have to click those terms and conditions, accept the EULA, and create an account for a free-to-play brawler game. Like, it's just another thing. Man, maybe I should like travel back to the 70s or something. I'll figure out a way to do it.
Sounds like you shouldn't play games.
Lots of people say that to me.
In this day and age.
Yeah. But there's no reason to have to set up a Warner Brothers account to play this. Like, it's mad. I hate it. It's like whenever you play a Ubisoft game, like, do you want to sign into your Ubisoft account? No, I don't want to do that, Ubisoft. Like, it doesn't even give you the option. You can't opt out. You have to create a fucking Warner Brothers account to play this game. I don't like that. Not a fan of it. They could come to my home and they could take my milk. And I'd be like, why have you taken my milk? You played MultiVersus, you signed up for it. Don't like it.
That's in the
milk.
terms and conditions.
Don't
They can take your milk.
Yeah. They'll steal it. Steal it straight from you. If you have milk, they want milk, and they'll just add it into the terms and conditions. Who's going to read it? And you'll have no milk. You'll be milkless.
No milk for anyone. It's expensive enough as it is.
I know. But yeah, there we go.
So I think I should inform anyone that's watching that this summary that we've got coming up is my summary, since we vary so much in opinion on this game.
Yeah, like, don't listen to my opinion. I'm a fucking idiot. Listen to Shaun's opinion. He enjoys games. Don't listen to me. So stupid.
So we'll whip out the old dick butt quickly for the pros and cons.
I told the text or
no actual text this time. I got the right fucking file, believe it or not. I hope, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to press this button right here. There we go. Smash it up there.
That's
just right up there. Not quite all the way. It wasn't quite all the way to the shoulder because of that local play stuff. But it's a fair old way up. It's gonna leave him sore in the morning. It's like up to the sleeve, so the sleeve don't get dirty. It's just sort of just shy of a cow's glove.
We both went to the same thing.
Can't believe that.
Do you know what we need to do, Shaun? We need to make a shirt. We need to make a long sleeve shirt. It's
just
dick buttometer.
A glove. Oh, dick buttometer. Yes.
yeah, on the sleeve.
I thought you were gonna say it's a print. It's a print of the cow's glove with like shit up it or something.
No, it's just wrist. It's got the little dick butt, and maybe you could make it so that you could like one of the pull, those like pull tag books that you get when you're a kid, and you can you can move it up yourself.
Have a little one of the little like toy microphone things so it actually yodels. And the packaging is the shirt folded apart from the sleeve out, and it's got actually yodels in big bold font across the top. Try yourself, or try me, or whatever they say. Yodeling dick butt long sleeve shirt. Got that made up.
Do that one day. Ridiculous.
On that note, that was Let's Discuss MultiVersus beta. I would want to do one for the full release, but I don't imagine you will.
No.
So
No,
I will say,
I would rather shit in my hands and clap. But there we go.
with your cow gloves on.
Watch me play it for 15 hours. It's going to happen. I'm going to play it non-stop this week.
As soon as Rick and Morty come out.
No, I don't care about Rick and Morty anymore. Past that, I think watching that guy scream "Pickle Rick" in a McDonald's at some poor person's face has sort of killed Rick and Morty for me. Also, it's just not been very good for the last few years, so that's also killed it. Yeah, I'm very confused about this game. It makes me so angry. It's also quite fun.
The ultimate
Fuck
confliction.
it. I don't know. Who cares about my fucking opinion anyway? Go and play it. Go and fucking play this game because it's all right.
There we go.
There you go.
Well, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy MultiVersus, and even if you don't, be sure to follow us on Twitter, which is at GamersWatchCrew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which you are watching us on right now. Give the video a like. Leave a little comment to let us know what you think of MultiVersus Beta. And hit the notification bell to be reminded when other videos go live. And join the Discord so you can
join the Discord.
Talk to people who actually like MultiVersus, because me and Jordan are in the Discord and we very much enjoy it.
Yeah.
And until next time, keep on watching.
And keep on gaming. Unless it's MultiVersus and then you don't carry on gaming.
My button's not working.
What do you mean your button's not working?
It's not working. It's playing music. It's not working.
You're going to have to... Oh, there we go.